So as we're finalizing the EMP, we're also finalizing the business deal. This is the risk reward plan. And so there's multiple factors that you need to take into consideration. One is the design state. So the EMP can be set as early as soon as validation's done. The team can sign an EMP, or you can wait until you have your permits completed and right before you start construction. And in one case, we broke it into pieces and we started adding components to the EMP as they were permitted. You want to look at the contingency percentage that you have. So usually we see a 3 to 5% contingency range when we sign the EMP. I've seen as low as 1% or as high as 6%. How much profit is in the pool in relation to the overall contract? I typically find that if you have an EMP, you will have a let's say 4% contingency and a 6% collective profit between the whole team. So on a $100 million job, you would see about 90 million in cost, 4 million in contingency, and 6 million in profit at risk. For the owner, that means you need to go 10% over budget before you kick in a penny of additional cost. And so we find that that's only happened once out of a very large program. And we went 3 million over on a $450 million project. So that was really, although people were frustrated on a program level, that was a very good outcome. So then the risk reward plan takes into account, there's different levers here, what the split is. So sometimes it's 50-50, sometimes it's 80-20 to the team, sometimes 80-20 to the owner. A hurdle I talked about, which is saying the owner is going to take the first $100,000 in savings, and then they're going to split 50-50 any savings below that. It could be tiered. A lot of times we'll have, say, we'll only share 20% of saved contingency, but if the team can save all the contingency and actually drive down the cost of work estimate, we may give the team 80% of the savings from that point on. And then capping it means we may allow a team to share in savings until they've got 50% more profit or 100% more profit. So they've doubled their profit. And any savings below that, the owner would take 100% of that. And the thought process behind that is, in order to save that much money, it's more likely that there was an error in the estimating. It wasn't actually that much of a productivity improvement. And that's typically relatively easy conversation setting the EMP with the team. Do you think you can ever get to this point where you would double your profit? And they say, no, that seems really difficult. So we'll set a cap there. And in many occasions, we've actually exceeded the cap. And it's been nice to have all the contingency come back to the owner after the cap. So let's dive into a little bit more detail about one of these plans, what it would look like. This